One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Blue Hens will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Baylor Bears offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Davenport. Gets away. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
He'll toss it. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And, man, what an interesting call. 4th and medium, and the offense says, run. They don't want to pass the football. They run the option. They get it to the pitch man. He catches it, but this defense does a really good...
Makes the grab past the marker. He's loose. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Bears want to move quickly.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Delaware's offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Makes the catch. It's Kelly. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Blue Hens lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense, because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
The offense changing the play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins, and you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Brown wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Kelly.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout the season.
The RPO, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. Good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are...
He's got it. First down and more. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Delaware.
And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Brown will throw it. Keeps looking downfield. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Kelly. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Robinson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle, it's Haas. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks up the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now the throw. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. The Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the option. Now the toss. Fighting off the defender. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Runs through a tackle. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No more than that.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Let's go! To the air. It's Davenport. Fires to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Ball is free. Bounced right back to them. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I gotta... Football offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Skips away from pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Stands alone, all wide receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got the back over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
This is going all in. Goalpost virtually tapping you on the shoulder, heels almost in the end zone, and you're going for it. On 4th down, going to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Blue Hens will have it 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Got a man. It's Lewis.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Brown wants to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He might want another play. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Heaves it deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke. second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on fourth down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them, and I don't think you're going to see him here either.
Finds him out of the backfield.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll move the tight end. They'll go right back to the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He wants to change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was... on the money. You just have to make that catch. Thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Davenport. They go to the wide receiver screen. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, he can go. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He'll need to put some leg in this one, a 52-yard attempt and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Brown will throw it. He's got his man. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return. The interception.
And they'll take over first.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Bears need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down from the 36.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Cobb.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Blue Hens can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got his man. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Here comes the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Brown wants to pass. With the catch, it's Cobb. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Blue Hens have their offense in high gear. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Delaware! the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Moving out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. Touchdown, Delaware. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Great place to start for this offense. Brown will throw it. Scrambling away. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
With what's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Got the first down and still on his feet. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Fires to the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside give. Inside the 45. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. Down. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Robinson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Right back to the well. Spins away from the defense. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that. Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. Takes it the other way. 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Delaware. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try. Off their 4th straight win.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Finds the tight end. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Caught near the sticks. It's Haas. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Snags it over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The Bears come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Tries to get it on the ground. Makes his man miss. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. From that spot on the field, you had to expect them to go for it, and it worked out.
Why the heck would you not go for it? I mean, I almost want to go for it on every part of the field, but especially once you start to get this deep in territory. But you're also, field goals aren't 100% at this distance. It's a little bit of a longer kick. Let's try to keep this drive alive and try to go get extra points.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Moving away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Bears will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, man. They need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. Brown wants to pass. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has them them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going over the top. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking for a huge play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4. Stop.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Fires to the wideout. grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going strong.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Davenport. They're working that left side. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Oh, man. Almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.